high in the mountains, where frost clung to stone and wind spoke first in the morning, there was a valley untouched by war. The wolves who lived there were white, not just in fur, but also in their spirit. Their coats reflected moonlight like snowfields. Their eyes were calm, their movements precise and quiet. They hunted together, shared evenly, rested often. Conflict was rare. Voices were low, teeth stayed hidden. This village valued peace above all things. From the outside, it looked like harmony. From the inside, it felt like still water that never moved. And then one winter, a black wolf was born. His fur was dark as burned wood, his eyes sharp, his breath hot even in the cold. As a pup, he moved differently. When he played, he was rougher. When he watched the horizon, he watched longer, with an intensity. When he felt hunger, he felt it fully. The elders noticed early. They did not call him dangerous. They called him disruptive. When he growled, they corrected him. When he pushed, they restrained him. When he snapped, they shamed him. Calm yourself, they said. Do not feel so much, they said. Peace is the highest virtue here, they said. But the fire inside him did not disappear. It had nowhere to go. As he grew, the others kept their distance. White wolves circled wide. Mothers pulled pups closer when he passed. Whispers followed him through the snow. He felt it, the tightness in his chest, the heat behind the eyes, the confusion of being told he was wrong for feeling what felt natural. Until one morning, the elders made a decision. They did not snarl, they did not fight, they simply turned their backs. The black wolf was driven from the valley and into the outer lands. No howling, no goodbye, just silence. And beyond the valley, the world was harsher. The black wolf lived alone on the edges of the mountains, where the ground was rock instead of snow, and the wind did not care how you felt. He hunted alone, slept lightly, watched everything. At night, he would look back toward the distant glow of the valley. He felt anger. He felt grief. He felt the ache of being unwanted. But with no one to blame and nowhere to explode, something began to happen. The anger stopped thrashing. It condensed. It sharpened. He learned restraint, not from suppression, but from necessity. Every hunt required precision. Every fight with the elements demanded control. Rage was wasted energy. Focus kept him alive. He did not lose his fire. He learned how to hold it. Back in the valley, seasons passed. The white wolves remained peaceful, calm, predictable. They had not noticed the signs. The silence before birds flee, the shift in scent on the wind, the way the land itself seemed to almost hold its breath. And then the lions came. And when the lions came, they came fast. Massive, golden, confident lions. Their roars shattered the stillness of the valley. The white wolves froze. They had never needed to fight like this. They circled, unsure. Some scattered, some stood too still, hoping calm would save them. It did not. The lions moved with hunger and certainty. The village collapsed into chaos. And far beyond the valley, the black wolf heard it. The sound was not a noise to him, it was a signal. His body moved before thought. He ran, not in rage, not in panic, in alignment. As he descending the ridge, he saw everything clearly. Where to strike, where to distract, where not to waste energy. He entered the valley like a blade, not a storm. He did not attack wildly, he targeted, he disrupted. He drew the lions away from the weakest, he used his teeth when necessary, and his presence when it was enough. The fire moved through him cleanly, anger with aim. One by one, the lions retreated, confused, injured, unwilling to stay. The valley went quiet again. The white wolves emerged, slowly, bloodied, shaken, yet alive. They looked at the black wolf differently now, not as a threat, not as a mistake, but as something they had been missing. They had chosen peace without strength. They had rejected power instead of learning to wield it. The black wolf did not speak. He did not posture. He simply stood there, breathe steady, eyes clear. He had not come back for revenge. He'd come back because this is what integrated power does. You see, the truth is, anger is not the enemy. Unconscious anger destroys villages. Suppressed anger rots men from the inside. Exploded anger burns everything indiscriminately. But anger that is owned, that is honed, that is trained and directed, becomes protection. Not a shotgun, not a storm, but a laser. Not chaos, clarity. In every village that banishes its black wolf eventually learns the same lesson. When danger comes, calm is not enough. Now, this fable is one of the most powerful stories I have ever told, and I told it on stage many, many, many years ago. And it connects with us men, because us men hold and have so much power and so much anger in us. I remember when I was a young man, I would explode. I would be nice, and then twice a year I would absolutely rip things apart, and I'd hurt everyone in my vicinity. I would try hurt people and destroy things in order for them to be hurt and to take notice of me. And this energy would explode from me that I could not control. And it happens in men as we grow older, even when we have not learnt to take our storm and turn it into this laser, to turn it into clarity. And what happens is when we have these outbursts and then we have this opportunity to come back, we come back to our family, or we come back to the chaos, we come back to where we were when this happened, and we carry all this guilt and shame. And now the fact that we carry this guilt and shame is actually a good indication. It's tough that we have to carry that, but it's an indication that deep down we are actually good men. Because if we did not have that guilt and shame and we had these outbursts of angers, we'd be put in the psychopath category. And so this fable really is to help us understand that we have both the beauty of the calm white wolf in us and the power and aggression of anger of the black wolf. And it's not about feeding one or the other. It's about learning to channel. It's about learning to focus this energy at the time it's needed. And for many men who might have been like I was, who felt that level of shame around their anger, I share this story because of this, but also share something of importance for you. If someone you greatly loved was being hurt or taken from you, or whatever it was, that anger that comes up, that moment of drive and pure passion, it gives us the ability to go after something with a level of unlimited energy. However, This is where the addiction comes in. When we get angry, we feel powerful. We feel limitless. We feel a level of energy that we've tapped into it. And it's like, if you've ever watched Star Wars, it's when you turn to the dark side. It's like this unlimited power. It's like, yes, tap into that power, use it. It's unlimited, but it's not. The truth is that it's pranic and it actually feeds on us. It just feels amazing at the time. So go into the story, look into your life. Where have you been the white wolf? Maybe too much. Where have you not embraced the dark wolf? Or where have you let the dark wolf run uncontrolled? This helps.